Diddy is the second wealthiest rapper in the world, and his lavish lifestyle shows that he doesn't try to hide it. P Diddy, short for Puff Daddy, is the stage name of American performer, record producer and entrepreneur Sean Combs. A pretty successful one at that. If you thought his name was flashy, wait till you see how he spends his money. P Diddy's career started when he secured an internship at a record label called Uptown Records in New York. He trained well-known names such as Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. After having worked only 3 years at Uptown Records, he quit his job, although rumors suggest he got fired. He started his own record label in 1993 and called it Bad Boy Entertainment. Diddy became a household name in the rap industry and signed big names such as Notorious B.I.G., Usher, Mariah Carey, and Boyz II Men. His success drew admiration, but also, unsurprisingly, a feeling of competition and hostility from rivals, notably Death Row Records, who had with them stellar names such as Tupac Shakur, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre. Diddy never got bogged down by any of this, redoubled his efforts to succeed, and even used it to his advantage by drawing inspiration from it for some of his work, such as Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, which was his debut single. It was such a massive success that it stayed on the US Hot 100 chart for 7 months straight. The single was followed by his debut album, which again topped the Hot 200 chart within a week of release, and eventually sold 600,000 copies. According to Forbes today, P. Diddy is worth $900 million, on top of winning 3 Grammys. Forbes magazine estimates in the year 2017, Combs earned a whopping $130 million, making him the highest paid celebrity on the list that year. But all of this isn't just from his success as a musician and record producer. Most of it can be attributed to his entrepreneurial spirit. He has investments in diverse areas such as clothing lines, perfumes, and restaurants. P. Diddy also hosts other businesses that operate under his brand Combs Enterprises. In fact, it was his business acumen that got him the 12th spot on Fortune's magazine's 40 Entrepreneurs Under 40 list in 2002. So what does he do with all this money? Well, he's anything but humble about his lifestyle. Parties and gifts. First off, he loves parties, and big ones at that. His parties have gone on to attract even up to 1,000 people, and these parties are extravagant. For instance, he threw a birthday party for his adopted son when he turned 16 and gifted him 2 cars as birthday presents. P. Diddy also gifted one of his other kids a Maybach, which cost $360,000, in addition to $10,000 in cash. The rapper also got Justin Bieber a $300,000 Lamborghini Gallardo Spider when Bieber turned 16. Diddy definitely knows how to spoil his loved ones. Living large. P. Diddy also likes to live in style, and to see that we don't have to look much further than his Beverly Hills residence in LA, which is estimated to cost $40 million. This European mansion is massive, covering 4 acres of land and even includes a 3,000 square foot guest house. The property is packed with luxuries that only the ultra-rich can afford, such as beautiful swimming pools and other recreational facilities. The mansion also has a complete movie theater that can seat 35 people, perfect for exclusive movie nights with his friends and family. And not to mention the other essentials that come with a luxury mansion, such as a fancy wine room, a beauty salon, a massage room, and a sauna. According to rumors, this house was acquired by P. Diddy back in 2014, all paid in cash, and this isn't his only one. Back in 2003, P. Diddy bought another Atlanta mansion in the suburb of Georgia, European style with 5 garages, 11 bathrooms, and an outer pool, all on a whopping 7 acres of land. However, P. Diddy's plans for this mansion didn't work out, but instead of selling it off, he just outright abandoned it. This multi-million-dollar property has been sitting there for years. But P. Diddy isn't just about mansions. He also owns an apartment in one of the most prime and exquisite locations in New York City, called Park Imperial Area. It set him back $3.8 million in 2005, and since then, he has customized the whole thing to meet his extravagant needs, adding a media room, heated floors, and high ceilings. The entire space is over 2,300 square feet, probably more than most houses that regular people might have in mind. He also had trouble selling this one off, listing it at $8.5 million, before going for a $5.7 million offer. Traveling in style. Moving on from real estate, it's worth asking what rides are parked in those large garages in these massive homes. P. Diddy's cars are worth more than $1 million. They range from vintage classics such as the 1958 Chevrolet Corvette, worth about $110,000, a car he makes sure to keep clean and pristine. Still, the one that's heaviest in terms of price in his car collection is a Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe, which comes at about $443,000. He also likes to drive a Ferrari 360 Spider, worth about $120,000, and a Lamborghini Gallardo. But for the ultra-rich, traveling the land in style is not enough. They also sail the seas in style, with P Diddy owning a super yacht that costs a whopping $72 million. This yacht, roughly about 200 feet in length, is larger than half a football field. It was previously owned by Google CEO Eric Schmidt for almost 10 years. However, P Diddy isn't satisfied with just one vessel. He also sometimes charts another super yacht. Like when he traveled around the world with his family on a $46 million superboat, vacationing the coast of Italy at just over $500,000 a week. Like other men in his class, Diddy also flies in style. He made headlines in 2008 for abandoning flying on private jets. Given the extravagant costs of about $200,000 to $350,000 for just a round trip, he decided to go commercial. Not for long though, as he later returned to the private jet life in 2021 with a $60 million G550 jet that he nicknamed Air Cobs. His personal style. P Diddy has a unique style, and although expensive jewelry is a massive part of it, it is not just limited to that. His necklaces are covered in diamonds, easily worth over $1 million, and his chains also cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Diddy's a bit of a free spirit with these jewels, as he once threw a $500,000 diamond-encrusted gold chain into a crowd in 2016. He's also into watches. One of his most notable pieces is a 41mm Rolex Day-Date President with 18-karat yellow gold worth about $38,000. However, his love for jewels and pearls is more prominent in his RM1103 McLaren, which costs an exorbitant $120,000. And just because he can, Diddy decided to add $1 million worth of diamonds as a cherry on the top. Art. Puff P Sean Diddy Daddy Combs bought a Chicago art piece for a whopping $21 million. This one was called Past Times by Kerry James Marshall. It set a world record for the artist and the highest price for a single piece of art by a living African-American painter. So that was our rundown on P Diddy, what made him what he is, and how he spends all that fortune he has amassed. What do you think of his incredible lifestyle? If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to click the bell button to get notified about more awesome super rich daily content like this.